Hey friends, have you ever thought about how one tiny unexpected surprise could change your whole life for the better? Today, I'm going to tell you the story of a grumpy bear whose perfectly arranged life was filled with love and joy by a very small guest. This is the story of a bear named Ollie. Ollie lived in a small wooden house right in the middle of a deep forest. And let me tell you, Ollie was a very orderly bear. Everything in his life had to be just right. From his breakfast in the morning to his sleep at night, everything followed a strict routine. He would even wipe the pebbles in his front garden every day and arrange the pine cones from smallest to biggest. His life was quiet, peaceful, and in one word, absolutely perfect. But one evening, when a big storm was raging outside with heavy rain and wind, something happened. Ollie was sitting in his comfy armchair reading a book when he heard a faint scratching sound at his door. At first, he thought it was just a branch hitting the door in the storm. But the sound came again, this time a little louder. A bit puzzled, Ollie went and opened the door. And what he saw made his eyes grow wide with surprise. Right on his doorstep, soaked from the rain, was a tiny basket, and curled up inside was a tiny baby rabbit. Its small body was trembling with fear, and it looked up at Ollie with its big, wide eyes. It was like a little ball of fluff, so white and soft. In Ollie's neat and tidy life, he had never seen such a messy guest. He had no idea what to do. But the storm was still howling outside. He couldn't just leave such a tiny baby out there. So Ollie carefully picked up the basket and brought it inside. At first, things were very difficult for Ollie because this little rabbit, whom he decided to name Pip, was very playful and mischievous. He would scatter the neatly arranged pine cones, walk across the shiny, clean floor with muddy paws, and sometimes even try to chew the pages of Ollie's books. Ollie got so frustrated and thought many times about taking him back to the forest the next morning. But as the days went by, Ollie noticed something. Pip's little mischiefs were the very things that were filling his empty house with life. The house that was once silent, except for the ticking of the clock, was now filled with the sound of Pip's tiny feet pattering around and his happy squeaks. Ollie realized he wasn't eating his breakfast alone anymore. He had a little friend with him. When he read his book in the afternoon, Pip would fall asleep on his lap. One afternoon, while playing, Pip wandered a little too far into the forest and got lost. Evening came, but Pip didn't return. Ollie's heart suddenly dropped. The same Ollie who wanted nothing more than his peaceful life was now running wildly through the forest searching for Pip. "Pip! Pip!" he shouted at the top of his lungs. He forgot all about his tidy garden, his rules, everything. The only thing on his mind was where was his little friend? After searching for a long time, he found Pip under a big tree, huddled and scared. Ollie ran to him and scooped him up in a big hug. In that moment, Ollie realized that this little rabbit wasn't just his guest. He had become a part of his life. The love he felt for his tiny friend was far more precious than his quiet, orderly life. From that day on, Ollie's world changed completely. His house might not have been as perfectly tidy anymore, and his routines might have been a bit mixed up, but his life was filled with joy and love. Ollie and Pip would play together, eat together, and at night, Ollie would tell his little friend wonderful stories. The bear who loved being alone had now learned that love only grows when you share it. And his little friend Pip, who was looking for shelter on a stormy night, had found a beautiful home and the best friend he could ever ask for. So friends, that was the sweet story of Ollie and Pip. If today's story touched your heart and managed to bring a little smile to your face, then please give this video a big thumbs up. And for more beautiful, heartwarming stories just like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Dream Doodle Stories. Also, hit that little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you'll be the first to know whenever I share a new story with you all. Thanks so much for being here with me. I'll see you very soon with another new story.